Okay. Everything seems to be in order. Well, maybe. You never know. You never know. Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Hello, hello. Ooh, I remember this picture. This picture is when we added the new shield for the Klyros, the new weapons, the new shield for the Stonehammer and the axe, and the new robe for the Diaboli. Yeah, and the Driss as well. I called it Driss. It's kind of funny, but yeah. So I remember the screenshot. Yeah, pretty good. Was already a year ago? Maybe. Maybe. Time flies. Hello, guys. How are you today? So on my side, all good. I would like to work a bit more on the city management because I'm trying to close this release. And so I'm trying to put on the client as much as we can. Before that, I was checking the Fab free stuff of the month, right? And unfortunately, this one we cannot really use because it's really too much stylized, right? So it's really stylized. But it's pretty nice. I mean, if you have to make a game, right, this environment is pretty cool. I mean, it's not in the style of our game, but that's very nice. So we will get it. Well, let me put it to the cart and then we do one single buy, right? Which is probably easier. So they have this, wait. Cannot do it this way, wait. Until the 12th of August, there is this Windmill Valley. There is this traditional Chinese park, which I guess also we don't really need, but well, maybe it is. Well, this texture for the floor is very nice, actually. Maybe we can take some textures. Oh wow, that's daring. Wow. Anyway, we will get it. It's free. What about this guy? Lidzerman Berserker. Pretty cool. Very nice. 46,000 triangles. Easy. I may reuse the skull. The skull is very nice. But anyway, we get also this one into our cart. This is all free stuff. Why not? By the way, you should get it as well, right? You never know if in the future you will need it. So I think you should make an account on Unreal Engine and get the free stuff. You know, every 2-3 weeks they put some free stuff and put it in your car, put it in your account, and I don't know, maybe one day you will use it. You never know. Okay, so the idea is, I think we can close this one, the visual equipment. I think we did everything that we wanted to do. We closed this one as well. This one was not really. I mean, what was this? Yes, this was the reasoning on decay and consume, right? Yeah. But it's not very needed. So what I would like to do, I would like to have a sort. I mean, I need to have a way for the player to know the bonuses that are currently applied to him thanks to the city influence, right? And hello, Ula. You came late. You didn't see the new gifts. I can let me switch the screen meanwhile. The new gifts are these three. There is a Leadsderman. There is a Leadsderman guy. Seems to be very high poly, but anyway, there are some. Yeah, you see the face is very, very detailed. I don't think we can use it, but anyway. And then there is a Chinese park. Also very hard to use for us, but there are some textures maybe that are kind of nice. Maybe we can use some textures, I don't know. And then there is this environment, which is actually very cool, but is a very cartoon style, right? But if you have to make a game, I think that this is a very nice location to start your game. Or even if you have, I don't know, maybe if you have to make like a menu, like an intro menu of your game, like a main menu with a background, you can use this as a background, as an interactive background. I think would be very nice. Maybe with stuff that is moving. I mean, obviously depends on the game you're making, but I think it looks very nice. But yeah, I don't think we can use any of that. You can check our new asset platform and grab some free environment pack. What is this? Another place to get free stuff? Very nice. Models ready to download. This seems to be another website where you can download stuff. This dagger is actually pretty cool, but seems to me 3 million polygons, 20,000. 20,000 polygons for a dagger. Well, I don't know if I want that. 155,000 polygons for this. Oh, some barrels, obviously. 185,000 polygons. I don't know what people are thinking, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just me that I'm thinking old. And maybe I should just have millions of polygons without caring, but yeah. Seems that all these models are extremely high poly. Like the Sandbag Sachs, 54,000 polygons. Easy. I mean, yeah, there is LOD everywhere, right? So LOD. I never understood how I mean, I never did real test to say, I mean, I have a million polygon thingy and then in LOD 3 is like 1,000. And to understand if the loading time is really a problem or not, right? Because the rendering time probably is not, but the loading time and the memory, right? I don't know. I never really understood it. I never really did some analysis on it. They have some cool barrels, yes. We can make a game where you are a barrel and you are meeting other barrels as friends, you know? We can have a barrel with legs and arms, and it will be an infinite game because there are infinite barrels made in the 3D world. If he had spider webs and spawnable spider webs, would even make my day. Yeah, never too many barrel assets. Okay, so what we are thinking, and again, I need your help, even if I know that sometimes I'm asking questions you don't have answers to, but I don't as well. So is brainstorming here. So we need somehow to show to the player that that there is a city bonus effect in place. Okay. So the player goes to the city manager, boosts the city, give the material, the city grows, and at a certain point, right, at a certain point you get, I don't know, infrastructure 2, hospitality 3, crafting 1, and so on. And each of these levels is giving you a benefit in a certain range from the city center, right? From the city center. So we have few options, right? So let me do something here. Let me delete. Oops. Let me delete stuff here because I don't think we need this anymore. But I want to keep just the reasoning when I was doing all the reasoning. Let me keep it here on the left, and we will delete this stuff, right? Okay, so we have a few options. Wow, did they add a new line size? I never seen this. Wasn't he going up to here? This was the maximum line size until yesterday. What happened? They updated paint or what? Or I always miss the fourth one. Maybe I always miss the fourth one. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So we have few options, right? We have few options, and we have to choose one of these options. Option 1, show nothing. So the player will feel the benefit, but will not. But we'll only feel the benefit. So for example, if we have a benefit that is thanks to the new roads, right? Everyone on a mount goes 20% faster, right? Which is one of the benefits that I'm thinking. The player will not see it except if they go to the city manager, because if they go to the city manager, they will. But we show nothing, so there is no indicator, no anything, right? This is option 1. Option 2, which is very, very minimal, is the one that we were saying the other day, which is, do I still have it? No, I don't have it. Fuck. Which is to show in the active magic window one icon for the city, right? And then have a tooltip. I don't know how big a tooltip can be, but consider that the benefit potentially can be up to 10, 20 benefits. So it can be an insane amount of, it can be a super long list, right? One icon for the city and tooltip with the benefits, right? Considering that this can be a super long list, right? Can be up to 10, 15 different benefits, right? Each one is one line. So you will have a giant tooltip with the thing. Around the town only or everywhere? No, we have an influence range, Hula. So influence range means that if the city, imagine that this is the city, okay? So we define a center, and then the more the city is developed, the more is the influence. So maybe at the beginning is like this, then you boost it and it becomes like this, right? And then you boost it and it becomes like this, right? Okay. So it's within this range. Okay, it's within this range. And the range is decided by the boost that you do on the city, by the evolution, by these things, right? By these things. No, actually it's defined only by infrastructure, I think we said. Yes, we said that the influence is decided by infrastructure. Only infrastructure. Okay. So that is option 2. Then option 3, which I think is a pretty bad one, probably I don't even want to list it, is to show in the active magic window one icon for each benefit, right? And then to me, sounds pretty stupid. I don't know. One icon for each benefit. And I think this will be hard to read and will be hard to understand and will be hard to play. So I don't really like it. Like I think I don't like this as well, right? Actually, option 1 is that you see the benefits only. You see only in the city manager, right? In the city, at the city manager. So you have to go at the city manager guy, open the city manager window, which is this one, and then you see the benefits when you click on the different things, right? But yeah. Okay. Option number 4 is that we add a new menu. We add a new menu, add new menu bar icon. So the one at the top, right? The one at the top of the game. And the one here. Here, right? So we add it probably in the third. Probably we'll have to add it here. Probably we'll have to add it here. Which is already fairly busy with random stuff, but anyway. I can move the achievement to personal, and I can move the compendium to social. And have the city here. I don't know. Anyway, it can be one of these icons, right? So you basically click on that icon, and when you click on that icon, you see the active benefits. Actually, there are 2 possibilities here. So the new menu bar icon just opens the city manager window. So basically it opens. Let me go to Willem and oh, look at these beautiful fishes, by the way. Fantastic. We can now have fishes in the game on display. Look. Why have this help as a tooltip? So it is the city manager window, right? So basically it will, oh wow, people are boosting the city like crazy. I don't know why. Look at that, people are spending, who is doing this? The most useful cup? Who is the most useful cup? Okay, someone. Is this a guild? Is a guild, guess. Or someone decided to make a guild and be alone in the guild. So one option is that when you click on the icon on the menu bar, you can access this. Now, the only difference would be that you will not be allowed, right, to... You will not be allowed to contribute materials, obviously, right? Because we want you to go to the city manager, be in the city, and give the material to the city manager, right? So this part will be disabled. But basically option number 4 is to add a new menu bar icon. It opens the same city manager window, right? Just with no addition, just with the no ability to add new materials, right? Now, to me, this one is a bit immersion breaking, because you are basically seeing the same that you see at the city manager. Like you are far away and you see something that you should not see. Like for example, you see the citizen, you see the happiness, you see the champion, you see the ranking, right? And all of that in theory stuff that you can only ask to the city manager. So he knows it, but you don't know it, right? In real time. You don't know it in real time. So this option doesn't really make me too happy. And then there is a fifth option, which is add a new menu bar icon, but it opens a new window only with the benefits. Only with the current benefits, right? And this one is the one that I'm leaning more towards at the moment. It's the one that I'm thinking is probably the best. Now, I don't really know. Now, in theory, there is another option that I didn't mention here. Yeah, let me make this 5 and 6 and we add another 4. There is another option, which is to add a new icon somewhere on screen, right? I don't know where, but we may say, oh, there is a new, whenever you are within the city limits, there is an icon somewhere. I don't know exactly where. I mean, it could be maybe, it could be here, like inside these 3 thingies, right? It can be a city icon here. That is like indicating you that you are within the city limits. And it could even have an icon, which is the icon of the city, right? So it is telling you if you are within Hydla city or Joveda city, things like that, right? Or it can be just I don't know, in another corner. The problem of placing another icon is that people may have this layout different, right? So they may have, I don't know, they may have this one in the middle, they may have this one at the top like this, right? They may have the chat at the top. I mean, people can organize their... oh, I lost the mouse completely. What the fuck? I don't have a mouse anymore. They can have the chat here, you know. I don't know. I mean, people can reorganize the UI as they want, right? So if we decide, oh, there is an icon in the top right, or there is an icon in the top left, right? It may not work, right? It may not work. And also adding a permanent icon of the city, I don't think that's a great idea. But that's a possibility, right? That's an option. So basically add a new icon to the UI. And by the way, we need to have that icon movable, I guess. But I think it's kind of useless, right? I mean, the only advantage of this one The only advantage of this one would be to show the city range. So to say, oh, in this area, I see the Hydla icon and I know that I'm within the city, right? But it will be pretty much the same. It will be pretty much the same here in the menu, right? Yeah, I think the only problem is if I'm not within the city range. If I'm not within the city range, or if the city is not boosted. I think putting it here is not bad anyway. Putting it within this. I mean, it's a very small icon, but in theory we could have a round, you know, a round. Like a slice of an apple. I don't know how to say. Like a quarter of a circle. And maybe you click that. Do you have other ideas, guys? And which one of those you like the most? I think this one could be the menu bar gems. I think in any other place doesn't make sense. The only place where it makes sense is between the menu bar gems. So basically here. Do you have a point of view, guys? Is there something that you like more or less, or any of these options that you like? Assuming that you understand the options. Do you have any questions on the options? Let me know. I mean, to me, option one I mean, to me, option one is fine, but it's very limited, right? To really show nothing and say, oh, you have to figure it out, and you don't know what benefits you have, and I think it's very hard to understand, right? It's very hard to understand. I mean, it's very hard to make it playable, because the only way for you with option one, the only way for you to understand the benefits will be to go to the city manager like this. You know, you go to this guy, and you open the city manager window. This will be the only way. And I think that's too rough, because you cannot always go to this guy, right? So to me, option one is really a no, right? Option two, which is active magic window, one icon, tooltip the benefits, I think this will become a mess. I think this will become very messy, and I mean, it's cool, it's nice because it's in the active magic window, right? So the icon will be... Bro, why sometimes I cannot see my mouse? Is the mouse on the screen and I cannot see it? Yeah, it's there. I think sometimes I cannot see my mouse in this mess of snow. So the active magic is this, right? So you will basically have to click on the active magic. You will have to click on this. Then you see an icon, and here you have a list of all the benefits. I mean, we can simulate it, right? But basically this will mean, for example, let's try to make a mock-up, because maybe this works. The only problem is that I don't know if people will understand it, right? If people will go here and see it. Maybe no one will ever click on that, right? And so no one will ever see the benefits. What is going on? So here you will have you know, a kind of a giant tooltip. You will have a kind of a giant tooltip. Maybe with a better, right? With a better pattern, whatever, so. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. Okay, with a pattern like this. And for example, you will have a list like this. You will have infrastructure. Huh? Wait, So infrastructure, level 3, right? And it will say roads are better, and so speed on mount is 20% faster, for example, right? Then it will say fate 2. And he will say all I don't know, all fountains in the city provide instant healing. Okay, I don't know. And then he will say crafting 1, all crafting in the city, all crafting in the city is 20% faster and has 10% bonus on quality. And then it will say hospitality services, hospitality 1, right? All taverns provide better resting with I don't know, 200% faster healing, I don't know, or this and this boosting, right? And then agriculture. What do we have? The others? Agriculture. The problem, they can be really many, right? Well, up to 9, up to 6. Agriculture. No, it's more than that, because sometimes the second level inherits the bonus of the first level, right? So it may be multiple for each level, right? So maybe you have agriculture 2, which is giving you I don't know, better planting, better plants, variety, whatever, and something else, right? I don't know, I cannot come up with all the names now. So it may be a list like this, right? It may be a list like this. And the worst that you can have is probably 10 of them, right? It can be up to 10 of them. So this list can be probably double of what it is now, right? So it can be probably like this. So it's like a giant text, a giant wall of text, right? As a tooltip of this icon, which actually may have the icon of the city, which is nice, and is actually an active effect. So actually it makes sense, because in this area, you know, in this area you actually have all the active effects. So it actually makes sense in theory to be here, because these are all the active effects on your character, right? Now, it's not spells, it's not items, it's not abilities. I don't know, maybe we can put it under abilities, but in theory abilities, I mean, it's city, but I don't want to add a fourth one, right? I don't want to add a fourth one. You saying 3 or 4? So yeah, the other one is one icon for each benefit. So if you have 10 benefits, you will have 10 icons, right? You will have 10 icons under active magic. I like the active magic option, but I'm worried that many people won't have that open. Yeah, exactly. That I think is the problem. That probably no one will ever click it, right? And so no one will know. You also like the active magic window option? Okay. I think it's not a bad idea. Because actually it's an effect, but like now, right? Like now the city has been boosted, right? And you see we already have infrastructure 3, crafting 2, fate 1, education 3. So at the minimum, at the moment we have 4 effects, but potentially each one of these gems gives you an effect, right? And so potentially at the moment you already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 effects, right? So you will have a list that is super long. And also, explaining it in the tooltip. I mean, we can explain it in the tooltip. So you don't like the idea of a new menu bar icon, right? So you prefer the active magic window. I think I have a hard time with the accessibility of the game, especially with text size, font, and contrast. Yeah, well, with the font size, you have all the options, right? But they are not really everywhere. But under options, interface, you have the font size, right? You can increase. Did you use that? I mean, it's not touching everything, but it's touching all the places where you have a lot of text. So I don't know if you try to use this once. You cannot change the one in inventory. What do you mean, the tooltip? So this one, the tooltip? No, you cannot. And this one also you cannot. This 3 weight capacity. The stack number. I mean, the inventory window is fairly small. I mean, in theory, we could make it double the size, right? So the like is occupying like maybe half of the screen, and just increase the size of everything, right? Just make it double. Just double the window, right? Meaning that all the icons will be bigger and all the text will be bigger. Yeah, I kind of agree with the fact that we don't have a consistent font size, right, everywhere. It's not very easy to do because every widget, right, so we should kind of implement an interface for every widget. I mean a programming interface for every widget to change the font size of the widget, and then just call that everywhere, right? While I decided to do it slightly different. I decided there were some critical areas and decided to increase those critical areas only, so you can change them. But yeah, it's a good point. I don't know, it's like these numbers of the money, I think, are fairly small. The problem is that this window is kind of fixed, right? You cannot resize it. So if I change the text, it may not fit into the window. I think I also like the active magic window, but I think we should somehow pop it up, right? Pop it up if there is a new effect. Which I think is already the way I thought about it, because actually I think there is a reasoning inside that window that when you get a new effect, like if I have it closed, right? If I have it closed and then I cast strength on me, you see that it opens. Unfortunately, it doesn't open in the right panel, right? It doesn't open. It's not smart enough to select the panel. But basically, if you have a new effect, this one opens automatically. So in theory, if we do it like this, if we use the if we use this window, it will pop up with the benefits of the city when you are in range. It will pop up. So you will see that we can also highlight it. I mean, we can make a bling. I don't know. We can highlight it in a color or something so that you see that now you are in range, right? Or we can even write something on screen like entering Hydla influence range, right? I could print something, right? I could print something in the message window. I mean, we can do it this way. Now the only question is one icon or multiple icons. I think one icon is tough, right? Because one icon means that you have an infinite list of you have a huge text, so it becomes like this, right? It becomes like this. One icon for each really depends on how much. I mean, it really depends on how many benefits we put on the list. Because it can become, you know, again, 15 icons. So for example, infrastructure, right? Higher quality goods at merchants. Tier 2, additional travel location. Tier 3, more merchant variety. So this will be 3 icons. Or maybe we can combine it, right? Maybe we can combine it and we can have one icon by... this I think is a good idea. Yes, I think we... yes. So the maximum is 6. Okay, we can do that. So we can have one icon per category. And then if you have the 3 tiers, inside that category, you explain them all 3. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So maximum is 6. Now the problem is where to put it though, because here we have spells, items, and abilities. So or we rename the third one others, and we put abilities and because I think if I'm searching for secret passages, something appears here, right? If I'm searching for secret passages, no, sorry. If I'm searching, Let me put this back vertical because otherwise I'm so confused. If I search, yeah, if I do this, yeah, you see the icon is appearing here. So the abilities are appearing here. Maybe we can rename this to others, and we can have also the city in the same stack. I think it would be nice if this is switching automatically based on the one that got activated, right? Based on the new one that got activated. Because if you are on a different tab, then you will not see it. Yeah, that could be fine. Detect secrets. Duration 0 seconds. Why saying 0 seconds? I don't know. In theory it's not 0 seconds. Permanent. Okay, so I think we can. Okay, I think I agree. I think we can put it here with. I think we can put it here with a limit of 6. With a limit of 6. Okay, I think I agree. So is one icon for each category. One icon for each category. Not one item for each benefit because it's too much. So basically the maximum is 6. Oops, max 6. Okay. Okay, so we select this one. We select this. We select this. I mean, option 5 and 6 were having the benefit of being a new window. And so in theory, in the new window, you could add more functionality. But at the moment, I really have no idea what functionality. So maybe it's not even needed, right? Yeah. Okay. So if we do this, we need let me just add a note for active magic window, switch tab, active magic window, switch tab based on new effect. Yeah, that is something that I may do. I mean, it's not super relevant, but I think it would be nice. It's a kind of a nice to have, but so it is display city benefits. Well, display active city benefits. Okay. Okay. Okay, so how do we do this? So basically today we have already a check in the code that is checking your position, and we have it because we changed the background music and we changed the sector, so we know in which sector you are based on this regular check. I don't remember how this is called. I don't remember I don't even remember where is it, but I'm pretty sure there is a check that we do regularly that is sending the ambient music and it's not check sector, check location, check. I think there is an ambience because this is the one that we use for the ambience music. Receive ambience check. Receive weather event. Yeah, exactly. It's this one. It's this one. Sector check event. Okay, it was not check sector, it was sector check. But anyway, it's this one. It's this one, right? So in this same function, we need to check if we are within city limits. Are we within city limits? And the way to check it will be to ask to the city manager, right? So the city manager will have a new function that will calculate if we are within city range. And also, no, I think we'll just return I think will be like something like get city benefits, right? Get city benefits. And get city benefits will take me, the player. The player is player. Yes. We'll take the player. So we add a new thing here. It is all private. No, it's all public. I don't know why we have public 2 times. Okay. Anyway, we have public twice. I don't know why. So this will take an APS character, right? Player. And it will return. I don't know if I want to return. I don't know if I want to return a list of benefits or if I already want to. Yeah, probably I want just to return the city benefit and then we parse it. Right? The problem is. The problem is, how do we return the benefits? Because at the moment the benefits are only text, right? So the benefit doesn't really exist as an object, right? So if I go in my city info has the tiers, and then for each tier I have a text that is expressing the benefit, but I don't have a script or anything, right? So the question is, should that be a script? Yeah, probably should be a script. I think if it's a script, the only problem is that it's changing by city. So different city may have different benefits for the same category, right? So I think we are missing completely one structure at the moment, which is the definition of the actual benefit effect. We don't have that. And if that is a script, I think could be a good idea. Hi. This really depends on the yeah, but I think would be the best, because at that point it may look like a spell, right? Like when you have strength. When you have strength, you know, when you cast the strength spell, you get more strength. And how do you get more strength? Well, you get it because inside our progression scripts, right? You have a thing that is called cast strength, right? And this one, and cast strength is an associated script, which first of all is checking if you don't already have a strength cast on you, but and then it's actually applying, right? And then it's actually applying the spell on you, the buff, right? Is applying the buff, and this is the actual buff, right? And it is the actual buff. Now the problem is that not all the benefits will be personal statistics, right? So certain benefit, like for example improved crafting, right? If we say, oh, crafting is improved by 10% in speed or whatever, this is not really an effect on you, it's an effect on the. So I will have to code it inside work manager, right? Inside another class, right? It's not on the character. It's work manager that will check if you are within the city limits. So associating the script may be a good idea in theory, but in practice, it will not apply to the majority of these things. Probably it will not apply to any of this. Yeah. So I can make it a script, but then I will not use it. Because imagine, you know, more merchant variety, right? That's not a script on you, that's a script on the city. Or a crafting time reduction. Even this one that looks like a script on you, because it's a buff, right? It's a buff on yourself. In reality, it's not. Is a buff, I mean, is a change in the crafting rules, right? Is a change in the crafting rules. So, and even this one, right? Or this one is something that you have to code inside a combat manager, right? Combat manager will treat the debuffs kind of differently. So yeah. So I think that associating a script is useless. I mean, it's a good idea, but it's not practical. I mean, it's an interesting idea, but it's not practical. So what I will just go by tiers then. I will just go by tiers. So I will have, because I already have the tiers are coded, right? Pretty much. So if I go into CT something, right, I have a data table where for tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 of each of the category, there is a description, right? There is a description. There is a description. So in theory, yeah, I think in theory my benefit is nothing else than if I want to keep it in memory, right? My benefit is nothing else than the city info. Then the city info tiers. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much is the city info. Pretty much is the city info. Yes, I think with this I can do all I need. Okay. So if that is true, and we are a bit on uncharted territory here as usual, because so in reality is not get city benefits, right? But is player within city limits. I have a slight deja vu. Did I do this already? Yes, it's this one. Get city by coordinates. Yes, it's this one. So we don't need a new function. Okay, easy. We don't need a new function. We can use that. So where was it? No, I lost it. Where was the... Here. So this will return the PS city info, which is the current city. Yeah, so with this we know if our character, considering the influence range, considering everything, is within the city limits or not. And inside the structure we have the... And inside the structure we have the we have the tiers, not the benefits but the tiers. So we can say that if we are within city limits, if we are inside city limits, what do? We have to send the city active effects, right? And this one can be a new function. So we have to send the city active effects, right? For this player. And it is done in this function because this function is checking if you are crossing the sector. Actually, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that if you did not cross a sector, I think we can probably have something similar to this, which is the last known city. And if you didn't change city, we don't have to resend everything, right? Because otherwise we continuously send the effects, even if... yeah, I think that is required. Because otherwise we continuously send it, right? And we should not. So we should have a last known city. last known city ID or whatever, and what happened? What? Please, I just want to type. Okay. Yeah, so these two things are used to know if we cross the city or if we cross the sector, right? So I think it is overall a good idea. Now, we need pretty much the same here, right? Because we need to say that if we have a current city and, right, and the last known city ID is different than my current city ID, then we do something. Otherwise we don't do anything, because otherwise we will be sending effects continuously every 5 seconds, which is a very bad idea, right? We will basically flood the network for nothing. Okay. So that's the real question, right? Are we within city limits, and do we need to send again the active effects, right? So this is answering to that question. And then if that is answered, then we can now add this to the city manager, right? So we can have a send okay, so this is okay. So now, do we know the city? Oh fuck, no, we don't know the city. We also need to send the city, right? So we should also have the city info. In theory, could recalculate it, but I think I like the fact that here in PS character we do the reason in whatever we were. In sector info we do the reasoning, and then we pass this current city to this, right? I think is better. I think it's more clear, because here is where we do the reasoning, right? Okay. Why this one is complaining? Ah, yes, because now this one needs the last known city. Yes, and I also have to set the last known city equal to, after we send that, I have to set the last known city equal to the current city ID, right? Okay. Do we, where do we set this? Huh? Ah, we set it when we set the parameters of the next, we set it when we set the parameters of the next check. Ah, yeah, so we don't do it this way. We do it this way, but only if current city is valid. Okay, I see. Okay, so this is not needed because we set it here when we set the parameters of the next event, so it should be fine. Okay, so we send the active city effect. And yeah, we need this. Okay, so now the problem, I think now that the logical structure is okay. The problem is now we have to send the effects, right? So I need to basically scan the city for the actual tiers, which is very easy because we have them here, right? We have them under tiers, I guess. City category tiers, right? And it is an array of int. So very simply, for each one, you know, between, so we have that. Now, I think we scanned that already a million times, so we can probably just check the code that does that. But no, we never really used them much. I mean, we used them only to send them out, but yeah. So now the point is to know the actual benefit. But for now, we can just pop up the icon, right? Which is already good. But then we will have also to activate the benefit. But I think that for now we can just activate the icon, and then we go from there. So basically, I will. I think I need something like this. I mean, I know it's a bit ugly, but I don't know if there is a smarter way. It is a bit ugly, but I will have basically to say that if my category tier 0 is greater than 0, I do something, right? So I basically activate the infrastructure tier, right? And so on for all the others, right? Now I don't remember if one is hospitality or what the hell. I think we have it in this structure. Yeah, infrastructure is one, then is hospitality. I mean, this is the list, right? Up to agriculture. Okay. Not very smart. I don't remember how there was the shortcut to comment everything. Control Alt slash GG. I never remember that. Okay, so basically for each one, right? For each one, we have to do something. Only if the level is greater than 1. I mean 0, sorry. Greater than 0. So only if there is some Only if there is something, right? Only if there is something. And obviously they can be active all at the same time. So I would say that for now, we just compose a text or something that is, yeah, for now, let's just compose a text. And then we will change it, obviously, right? So we will call it like tier message. And we will say something like one city name, whatever. One city name plus tier plus and we will get this thing, right? This is just temporary, okay? This is just a temporary text to show in the pop-up in the tooltip. So we will do this, and then we will show. Now the problem is, how do we send the icon? Now to send the icon, I think we have few ways. I think I sent it as a spell. So for example, we do for secret passages, right? For secret doors. For secret door. I do ability manager, add the timed ability. So register the ability as an active spell, right? And start the time. Okay, so it will be something very similar to this. Yeah, it's very, very simple. It's super simple, which is good news. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. Right? Yeah. Ability name. Okay. We don't need a duration. Duration will always be 0, so infinite, I guess. I assume that, Duration, if duration is how long the spell lasts in milliseconds. I guess that if the duration is 0 is infinite, no? Or is -1 infinite? How do we do the permanent thingy? How do we do the permanent thingy? It's a pity we didn't specify it in the... Come on. I believe. I believe it's in the UI. Is it? It's not. Fuck. Ah, because I mistyped it. Ha. Permanent. Okay, Z. WD active spell. If is equal to 0. What? The duration, eh? Remaining time, the duration. Okay, duration equal to 0 means a permanent spell. Duration equal to 0. Okay. Fine. Yeah. I think all the rest works exactly as it should. Fantastic. Way easier than I was thinking. Way easier. Yeah, doing it in the active magic window simplified the code, because we are basically reusing all of that like if it was a normal spell. So it's so much easier, right? So now the only problem is the icon. The problem is the icon. We need to, yeah, we will change this, but for now, just for me to see it. But so basically we need to do this. We need to add, right? We need to add a new effect where the name, we need to add a new effect. Where the character is the player, right? Ah, please. Yeah, I know it's my fault, but the character is the player. The effect name is the city name plus plus the tier plus the category. So the effect name, I think it should be the city plus the category name. Do we have the category name everywhere, in any place, or not? I think we don't, because that freaking infrastructure. That freaking infrastructure. So this is something that we failed on already plenty of times, right? Because we said, oh yes, we just take this name. No, we just take the display name and we show it. But then we learned that the display name UMeta is editor only. So when you are running in shipping, this thing does not exist. And it's super stupid. It's super stupid. So how the hell do I associate? The question is, how the hell do I associate, right? a string, right? Let me see if ChatGPT knows it. So in a real engine, I have this struct, and in the code, I want to display the name. I want to show the name. I want to print. No, I want to use the name, right? I want to use the name to send, or I want to print out the name. Say, I want to print out the name. Yeah. The problem is that I learned that UMeta is editor only, so it will not show up in shipping. So how do I ask? So I basically need to create another array, but this is super stupid, right? I basically need to create another array with the names that represent this enumeration. But why they didn't just put it into the freaking blueprint type? I don't understand. Maybe there is another tag that is not display name, but it's something else. Let me make the names a bit different so that yeah, let me do this so it cannot trick me, right? It cannot trick me with, oh yeah, just use that and let me do this so that they are actually different by, I don't know what is going on with this UI, but it's okay. So for example, hospitality is hospitality services and crafting is crafting and manufacturing, for example, right? It will probably tell me to create another array of strings. You're absolutely right, the meta tag is editor only. In shipping build it will not display. Okay, this is what I told you. So if you rely on get display name by text value or similar function, they won't return anything meaningful. Yeah, exactly. So I think, you know what I have to do, by the way? In my code, I think we did it wrong a few times. And, right? And these really need to be fixed, right? This is editor only. So every time I used it in my code, is broken. In all these places is absolutely broken. It's absolutely broken. So yeah, I just put a tag. We should fix it one day. Or a similar function won't return anything meaningful in the shipping build. To solve this, you need to manually define your own mapping. Holy shit. I don't understand why they didn't add a tag that was actually not editor only. I don't know, I mean. Yeah, so he's saying, okay, create your own array and return the value. Blah. 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 What is NS lock text? Yeah. That's fine, we can do it this way. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not really nice, but I guess we have no other way. Can I have this inside the struct or not? Hmm? I can put it inside a struct, no? Ah, there's enumeration. Fuck. Enum class. No, mine unfortunately is a okay, it's enumeration. GG. So we do it where okay, fuck it. We do it where we do it in we do it in City Manager, yeah? Okay. Fine. I mean, the majority are the same, but at least they are not capitalized, you know? Wait, let me ask him to do it, though. But this is an enum class, right? But no, enum class is not possible, huh? Okay, can you create the get city category name function for this array, for this enum? Nice. Ah, so I can just copy paste. Very nice. Easy life. Thank you, ChatGPT. Thank you. Where do I put it? As a static function? Yeah, no, I put it inside City Manager, that's for sure. But okay, in reality these names are infrastructure. I think it was hospitality services, but crafting, fate, agriculture, education. Crafting, fate, education, agriculture. Crafting, fate, education, agriculture. Defense, army, siege, and magic. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so now that we have this, we can go back to what we were doing, which was somewhere here. Okay. And so now I can say get city category name, APS city infrastructure, for example, right? Can I do it? Can I do it in a smarter way? Unfortunately not, because the city category is 0. I don't know if I can just do a for loop. Can I do a for loop and everything works or not? Can I do a for loop? I mean, I can do a for loop, but in the future, this effect will be very different if it's infrastructure or not, right? But in theory, I could do a for loop where here I put my I, and then I cast my I plus 1 to APS city categories, right? It's probably doable. is probably doable. So I don't repeat that million times. So here I can do this. But here I need to say I need to cast to APS city categories my I+1, right? What? My I+1. Does it do it or not? Don't like it. Yeah. And then here is still 1. This is just because 0 is none, right? So it's just for that. So here we have now player, we have effect name, we have ah, fuck. No. I don't have a description? Ah, shit. I don't have a description, boys. Our effect do not have a description. No. Are you serious? He only has a title and then he's telling you the duration, but it does not have a description. So we need to add a description because at the moment, yeah. Well, this is going to change the world structure, but it's fine. We can change it. So add city active effect should have the description as well. But the problem is that the description is not in active spell, right? So we need to change active spell to actually take a description. Wow. Wow. Hey, this is going to change few things, guys, because this active spells is used everywhere in our code, like in a million places. Like in a million places. So... Huh. Huh. So we never see anything there? We never see anything, huh? Never see anything. So you don't know that strength gives you 20% something, right? You don't know. Because it doesn't tell you. But I think it doesn't tell you because in the scripts, right? In the scripts, we don't really generate a description. So we just run the script, but actually we don't even know what it's doing. We have to change few things here, guys, huh? This will be a bit ugly, eh? This will be a bit ugly, I tell you. Because this thing is in a million places. In a million places. I mean, maybe not really million, but for sure quite a bit. Description. Yeah, but it's good that we do it now because it's a massive, you know, protocol change. Because all the messages that are sent in this item, which by the way is sent to the client, is now the only problem I have is when we send it, do we use the same structure or do we use another structure? We use another structure. I knew it. So we also need to change this other structure. We also need to change this other structure. Magic window message, name, description. Yeah, I know. Hey, I know. I have to change them all. Yeah, I know. Fuck it. I have to change everything, I know. We're gonna change it, boys. I mean, it's fine. If we have to change it, we change it. What is name here? We forgot it? What the fuck? Huh? You forgot name? Uh-oh. Bro, we forgot name in this initialization. So probably we never use it this way. But we forgot it. Okay, fine. Why we forgot it? Why? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, there was a missing parameter in this function. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Okay, so now we added it here, we added it here, we added it there. The problem is that now we have to catch all the places in the code that we're using the old way, right? Which may be hidden in some cases, because since we use it this way, GG. 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 Who the fuck did this? Okay. Someone very, very precise decided to do this. Someone that really wanted things to be clean decided to do this, huh? Fine. Okay, so now in theory we have a way to send also the description, but This thing should give an error though, no? Saying that is missing the description, right? Or did we leave one constructor without a description? No, description is there. Okay, so I don't know why it's not asking me about it, but definitely there is a description after duration, right? Ah, because it's taking the boolean. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, so pretty much wherever we have active spell. There doesn't seem to be many places actually. Doesn't seem to be many places. I don't think I did it in a smart way though. I should have put it at the back. Yeah, sorry, I did it in a very stupid way. Obviously, it's much better if this goes at the end as an additional new parameter, right? That is by default empty, right? So that we don't have to change the existing code, right? Yeah. So basically like this, it will not break my balls. Break my balls. Break my balls. Break my balls. Guys, are you still alive or not? I see a lot of silence. I hear nothing from you. Member category is not initialized in the constructor. Yeah, but category, maybe we can initialize it here to none. Ah, there is no none. Fuck. Why we do this sometimes? So you cannot initialize it empty. Okay, well. In category can be uninitialized. Oh my god. Why? No, come on. Do we have a none? We don't have a none. Bruh. Why we do things so stupidly sometimes? Meaning me. Because yeah, the category is not set. And if you don't set it explicitly, then what is it? It's nothing. It's an invalid value. I mean, yeah, we assume that we do it all the time here, but it seems to be a bad idea. Because you can forget, right? You can forget. No, the category should be a mandatory value. I'm gonna change it. Category should be a mandatory value. Category should be a mandatory value for sure. Absolutely. I mean, why not? Right? Why not? Oops. Why not? It should be a mandatory value. Yes. There is no spell without category. No spell without category. So I'm doing a lot of changes, guys. So I hope that this will. I hope that this will work. We're not gonna break too many things. I hope we're not gonna break too many things. For example, here. Okay. Fine. Okay. So we added category and we added description. With the difference that description is actually an optional parameter at the end. Right? No? Doesn't like it? Why doesn't like it? Name, category, spell, duration, visible, invisible, no, duration, image, duration, image, if you do this you need to add it through. Okay, fine, because you specify. Did the code get messed up? Well, usually yes. No, it didn't mess up. It's just that we are changing, we are adding something that we didn't have, which is the description of an effect, right? Effects do not have a description today. When you mouse over, you just see the name and the duration. But for the city effect, we need the description as well, because it needs to tell you what is the actual effect doing, right? And so I'm changing the code to do that. So to have in the tooltip the effect. I know with your new radar you can see the Kikiri in Oja from Ireland. You want a Kikiri radar? I think a radar spell will be kind of nice, but like by creature. I think there is a Dungeons and Dragons spell that we were using the other day, which is a very stupid spell because is for the ranger. D&D ranger spell is called it's not detect entity, but it's something like that. It's like nature sense or primal essence. I don't know, primal something or yes, primal awareness, this one. Primal awareness, right? Primeval awareness. So, starting at a 3rd level, a ranger can sense... So, look at this. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I had to change it because... So, starting at a 3rd level, okay? 3rd level. You imagine a ranger at 3rd level, okay? 3rd level, so very low level. So what he can do, he can sense whenever the following type of creatures are present within 1 mile. And by the way, is 1 mile, is not 20 meters, right? It's not that you are in a dungeon and in a 50-meter range you can see if someone is next to you. No, 1 mile. So it can be anywhere in 1 mile range. And what are the creatures? What are the creatures for a 3rd level ranger? Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Okay, probably undead is the only useful one. But how the hell at the 3rd level you are interested if there are any celestials around? I mean, really? Really? Who wrote this spell? I have no idea. I mean, in 1 mile, right? 1 mile. So we used it in game. We were in a dungeon, and the ranger says, "Oh, I want to detect if there is any evil creatures in the surrounding." I said, "Okay. I mean, what do you want to use?" "I want to use primeval awareness." Well, primeval awareness. I can tell you, sorry, there are no celestials in 1 mile. What the fuck? And anyway, or I can say, yes, there are undead. There are undead in 1 mile. They maybe are like 3 dungeons away, right? So not the dungeon where you are in. So what is the usefulness of that? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, which we need an image, guys. We need an image. We need an image. What is the image of? We need 6 images. We need 6 icons for thingies. Do you think Rock can do it? Do you think Rock can... I need 6 icons for the following categories in my game, in my fantasy RPG game. No. Do it, Grok. I need 6 icons. No. He was unable to reply. Strange that he detects these creatures but no humans. Yeah, exactly. And he doesn't detect, you know, the hostile. I mean, it's basically useless. I mean, D&D Celestials, right? I mean, let me go, where is my 5th edition tool, whatever. 5th edition tools. By the way, this website is very, very good, 5th edition tools, in case you have to use it for your D&D games. Celestial Spirit. There is no picture though, unfortunately. There's no picture. But anyway, it's an insane creature, right? Is 40 plus 10 HP and whatever, charm, frighten, immunity, multi-attack, spell, million spells, do this 2d6 plus 2 plus the level spell of radiant damage, 1d10 plus 3 plus spell level, 2d8, I don't know. I mean, Celestials. So I changed it. I changed the spell, and we now have a spell that actually is useful. it can do something, because otherwise, you know. What do you mean wasn't able to reply? Grok is fucked, what happened? No! Microsoft said, oh, use Gemini. No, Google was saying. Use Gemini and you can, okay. Do it. Yeah, I need the images. You cannot paint images, huh? Ah, you're generating images. Wait. Maybe while it's generating images, let me just finish what we were doing. So for now, the image will be, I don't even know how the images are. I have no idea. How is the image? Huh? I don't remember how is the image calculated. I think we take it from image, message image, receive active spell. Receive active spell. I haven't seen them myself. Perhaps the botman is a liar. What? What do you mean? Oh my god, what is this? Infrastructure? Wow, that's very nice. Yes. Receive active spell. So we receive the image here, right? We receive the image, we put it into this, setup, icon image, DT item icons. We're going under item icons. Really? Why item icons? Why we use item icons? Ah, yeah, sorry. Yeah. The data table. Yeah, the data table. Yes. Because the data table is then pointing to everything. Okay, good. Yes. Okay, for now, let's just random 90, okay? Let's just random 90. No, wait. Yeah, let's just randomize. It's fine. 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. Just randomly, okay? Just randomly. Just randomly. So it will be 90 plus the 90 plus I. Okay. No, the opposite. I always do it the other way. Okay. Starting sector. Yes, because this is the initial, yeah, this is the initial crossing, so it's fine. That's fine. Do you think it generated all the icons? Wow, look at this icon, bro. Hospitality icon. Wow. Wow. It's super beautiful. So what is the license of this image? What is the license of this image? Can I use it commercially? I am an AI and I don't own the copyright originally generate the images generated by Google, therefore I cannot grant you a license for commercial use or any other use. To determine if you can use these images commercially, you would need to refer to the terms of service or usage policy associated to the image generation tool or platform provided by Google, which is basically you, stupid AI. This policy will outline the permissible use of generated content. Okay, can you give me the URL where Google explains the copyright of the generated images with Gemini? Google stands on the copyright content generated with the AI visual model, including Gemini, is generally outlined in terms of service and value policy document, the most relevant document developer, blah blah. Gemini is a similar document, a key point, use of generated content. Some others allow you to generate original content. Google won't claim ownership over that content. You acknowledge that Google may generate the same or similar content or others that will deserve the right to do so. As required by the API, you comply with applicable law. In using generated content, you may require a provisional attribution to your user when returned as a part of a vehicle code. Use direction before relying on generated content, including code. You're responsible for use of generated content. So basically they don't know, right? They have no idea. They have no idea if what they generate is under copyright. Right? So since they don't know, they are saying, sorry, is for you, is on you. Right? While Google doesn't claim ownership, it doesn't automatically mean that you gain full copyright of all jurisdiction. The legal landscape of AI-generated content is still evolving. In many places, purely AI-generated works without significant human creative input are currently not eligible for copyright protection. Your responsibility as a thermostat, you are responsible for use of generated content. So basically, no one knows, right? No one knows. No one knows because it doesn't know what it's generating, right? So if we use this, is on us, right? So if someone else generated something, actually drawn something similar, and but anyway, but it's very beautiful. I love it. It's super nice. It's super nice. I don't know if I can make it an icon because that is giant, right? But maybe, I don't know. How can we make this an icon? I have no idea. It will never become an icon, it's too big. Okay, let's start to make it significantly smaller. I mean, to cut it off, right? I think as long as you see the pint, we are good. As long as you see the pint and a piece of bread, we are good. Okay. I think it can even be smaller than that. I think it can even be... I mean, it still looks like a pint. Okay. So this, I guess, is the minimum to keep the meaning, right? Now, if I make it The problem is that our icons are 64 by 64, I think. So this will basically destroy, it will implode. If I do 64 by 64, it will basically implode in itself. Well, I mean, could have been worse, actually. It's not super bad. I think we should upgrade all our icon to 128, by the way. Let me see how 128 would be. I think we have to do it one day, guys. I don't know when, but and it's a massive work because we need to upscale all the ones. But I think 128 would be so much nicer. Yeah, look at that. Look at that beauty. So the 128 icon will be like this. Wow. Wow. Okay, let me save this under CT something. I think we have a CT thingy. We have a CT. What time is it? It's nearly midnight. Oh my god, time is flying. I think I had a UI something and then a CT info. Okay, CT info. So this one will be hospitality PNG. This is very, very nice. Very nice. So I will scale it to 64. And then we will have to put it on an atlas though, in our item atlas somewhere. Hospitality. Wait. Did I just destroy it? No, it's 300 by 300. Okay. Hospitality. Infrastructure, I really don't like it, so we will change it. Can you generate crafting, fate, education, and agriculture? I don't know, I think it will stop soon because the images, you know, you have a maximum number of images to generate per day. And then crafting. Why did it this way? It's completely different style than the one above. No! Why 8-bit pixelated? Pam, 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 pam. Oh, wow. Holy shit. That is very nice. What do you mean download full size? It's like 5 trillion polygons, 5 trillion pixels. I don't need it at 5 trillion pixels, but I wanted to have a background though. There's no background here. No! I mean, the other one has a kind of a background, which is this. Wow. That is insane, boys. That is absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane. Fuck the background. No. I don't know why. Fuck. Yeah, the freaking the freaking border. But anyway, the border will basically disappear when we make it smaller. So. When we make it 64, it will anyway. The border will hopefully go away. Can you recompile meanwhile or not? I think you should, huh? Can you generate fate is religion? With transparent background. It cannot do transparent backgrounds. Okay, fine. GG's. Okay, this one recompiled, right? So if this recompiled, I think we can open the editor and now manage the new field that we have, which is the description. So we will basically append the description to the duration, okay? In text. Oh, wow. These images are fantastic. Are absolutely GG images. This one I don't know if I want to use only the right one or use only the left one or use a mix of the two. I think the best would be if these two things would be one next to each other, right? But if I move it, you see the background is very nice. If I move it, I will destroy it. So I cannot really move it. So or we do. Because if I do 300, 300 like I did with all the others, right? It will not fit. It will not fit. And if I do this, I will break it. I'm sure I will break it. I'm sure I will break it. If I do something like this and then I try to merge them. Maybe you can move and then fix the background with content aware fill. What is content aware fill? What is that? What is that? Content aware, where is it? Enable dynamics, apply jitter, smooth stroke, clock brush. No, wait, fill. Finding similar color, line detection. I don't know, where is it? I'm in GIMP, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely gimpy. What the fuck happened? Sorry, I'm messing up a bit, but I will hopefully one day. I mean, I think I can fix it. Probably not super easy, but anyway, remember that this thing will be reduced a million times, right? So it will basically be invisible. So the resulting mess will be pretty much invisible. So yeah, keeping this ray of light is like impossible, but where is this content aware thingy? Is in Photoshop or? I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's not. Anyway, will be reduced so much that you will not even see it, right? So this line will basically be invisible in the reduced version, right? Will basically be invisible. Let me see if now makes more sense or no. I think it does. Yeah, I think it's good. Fantastic. There is fate. Okay, meanwhile, when we received the spell, right? We had that send, whatever, set up, active spell. Yeah, now we have description, you see? Now we have description, so that before we didn't have. So the only thing we have to do, we have to get this thing, and then we have to change this setup to also accept a new description. I think I will be a bit late tonight, unfortunately, because I want to see it working actually. So we add description. What is it? Midnight and 0708. So we'll do this. And then what? Yeah, set the tooltip, so description. Hold. Target, text name, text description, auto wrap, text description set, rather permanent or self, right? Exactly. So in addition to that, what happened? This thing disconnected. Why? Holy shit. Come on. You can do it. So set text permanent. Because there is update remaining time. Because there is the time. Ay. Fuck. I see. Because the time, because the text is the time, you know. Text description. Ability name, ability description. Hey, we need another one, my friend. There will be description too. And description 2 by default is empty, but I don't know if this will make the tooltip bigger all the time. Probably yes. It's very possible. Or no, maybe we switch like that. Bah. We can try. And see what happens. So we set the description to equal to this, huh? This should be done, this should be done, this should be done, this should be done before everything, huh? This should be done before this. I think we also need to set the auto wrap, no? Because I see that here we are setting the auto wrap to false. Okay. Why? Auto wrap to false. Huh? Why? I mean, if this thing is long, yeah, we want that to go down, I guess. Maybe. I don't know exactly, but we will see. We will see very, very soon. We will see that very, very, very soon. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens because I nearly have to go. I just wanted to see something showing up, right? So, how can we test this? Now, the description should be there. The icons are not there because I still need to put the real one, but we use dummy ones, right? We use dummy ones. In theory, this code should push a new tier ability, a new spell for, yeah. I think the only thing that we have to do is to have the city boosted, because the city is not boosted, it will do nothing. It will not send me anything, right? Yes, we can do this. It's fine. These are already the city managers. Okay, fine. Let's go. Let's go and test it. Probably with no work, but it's fine. Meanwhile, while it's loading, we can continue. Icon for fate, fantastic. Education. Okay, now education. I don't know how artists can work these days. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Bro. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. You serious? I don't know if I like this part more or this part more, but probably I like this part more. I'm resizing it to half because anyway, when we make it an icon, it loses so much that if you don't already zoom in, it will be completely not understandable, right? So this is why I'm butchering it. You may say why you do it. Well, I do it because for that reason, right? Because if I don't do it, the icon will just be completely not understandable, right? Because consider that this then becomes this, right? You see? So you barely see the page. Okay, I don't know if I also have to save the full one, but agriculture. It's not stopping, strange enough. It's generating images continuously, even if I'm not paying on anything. It's just generating images like a boss. If you watch ChatGPT, it would have stopped me already, saying that I had to pay something. Maybe Gemini is... we can take the left part, maybe? Yeah, maybe, because the right part is really weird. The right part is really weird. Okay, so if I teleport Willem to me, here it is. So that is our city manager, right? That is our city manager. So, for example, if I boost infrastructure, I need 35 iron ingot and 22 white oak wood. I have actually 35 iron ingot and 22. Oh wow, I have exactly that amount. Fantastic. It's insane. Oh no, this is what I have. We need, this is what I have. We need 5 and 10. Okay, we need 5 and 10. So if I give it, now we are tier 2, right? So in theory, it didn't. It didn't do well. It may take the few seconds that the game is sending me the data. No, huh? That would have been too nice, huh? No, huh? No. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Okay, let's print out something just to see if something is happening, right? Let me just print out something to see if we go through. Well, actually, we can debug it. Maybe it's the easiest. Yeah, I will debug it. I will debug it. Let's debug it. It's the easiest. Let's debug it. Because in theory it should have happened, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe there is a bug somewhere. I wanted to see an icon before going to bed. I don't know if I'm asking too much, but I wanted to see an icon actually before going to bed. Did we call this or not? Because if we didn't call it, yeah, we called it. We call it only if the current city is different than the last known city. Yeah. In theory, this should trigger. Huh? This should trigger. Okay, let's debug it and see. Meanwhile, copy. There is agriculture. This is agriculture. Canvas sites. 300. Yeah. Okay. There is a bit of a fuck up there. Okay, well. Come on. Don't be annoying. Okay. This is agriculture. So we have them all except, so we have agriculture, education, religion, and faith, crafting, and hospitality. The only one that I really didn't like was infrastructure, right? Which was this thing at the beginning. So I don't like the... no, can you redo the infrastructure? It should show a bridge and a road, bridge, a road, and a cart. I don't know, something like that. What time is it? Midnight 22. Fuck. Midnight 22. Midnight 22. I have to go. Oh wow. But it's not in the style of our game. The bridge should be more standard medieval. Hey bro, come on! Why you have to do it this crazy? No, this crazy I don't like. Or I put just the card. Maybe I can put just the card. The card is very nice. We can put just the card. Just the card. Infrastructure. Just the card. Just the card. Just the card. So in this case, I will not downscale it at all because no, I mean if I downscale it, I think we go like 200 then, because I think the card fits. No, actually no. 250, 250. Yeah, 250, 250. 250. 250, 250. Now I don't know if this thing becomes an icon, what happens. All this thing at the back is kind of weird, but we will probably cut it off even more. I don't know. I will think about it. Let me see if we can see an icon, but probably not. Let me see first of all if we go through this code. Okay, we arrived here. Current city is null. Why? No. It doesn't consider me inside the city. It doesn't consider me inside the city. It doesn't consider me inside a city. Which is weird because I'm using production data, and in production I have set my city to be like this, right? And the because it's 8 meters instead of kilometers. Instead of, I mean, yes, instead of centimeter. Yeah, is 8 meters. Okay, so the scale is wrong, I think. Let me see. Get city by coordinates. Base influence max 3 time. Yeah, the influence is in meters instead of centimeter. Influence range. One city distance. Blah blah. Influence range. If you change this formula, change it also in the city UI. What do you mean, for the display? No, but the display is okay. Just the influence range is wrong. So this should be float influence in centimeters. So it's basically this multiplied by 100, right? Because we express it in it is expressed in centimeters. And it is expressed in meters. So the current influence range will be... Fuck. The current influence range will be this. Come on! Copy this and put it there. Did I have to go to bed? So it's this plus this multiplied by that. Yes. So now... Yes. So if the distance from the center is less than that, yes, which now is in centimeters, so now it will work. We pick the city closer to the player, if this and this and distance from the city center. I don't know, the rest should be fine, I don't know. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again, and then I really need to go. So if it doesn't work now, fine. I will just go. Okay, let me start the recompile. It will take a bit. While it's recompiling, we try to finish this. I don't like the background. I really don't like the background. I really don't like the background. I really don't like it. You know what we can do? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. No, let's do... no, it will not work. Fuck. No, I wanted to put it like in the middle, right? But it will not work anyway, because this part at the bottom, then I don't know how to do. And if I try to clone it, it will never work. But I can... Nah, it will never work. I think this will never work. Nah, it will never work. It will never work because the colors are too different and whatever. I mean, it's too much. It never really work. I mean, I can copy blocks and maybe, I don't know. I can try to patch it that way, but it will definitely be slightly different. Okay, is this running or no? It's loading. Server is loading. Server is loading. 800 meters. 800 meters is pretty far, actually. I think now it may work. Huh? Maybe. I think it's reasonable. So fuck. The idea was good, the implementation was bad. No. Shit. Okay, like this is better. Like this, I'm not too upset. Like this, I think will be. Now the problem is that when we reduce this to nothing, it will probably. But anyway, this is infrastructure. Infrastructure. When we reduce it to nothing, it will probably. It will probably not be very visible. Bah. We can make the cart bigger actually. We can cut it off more so that it's only the cart. Yeah, probably we should do that. Yeah, we should do that. Let me do a 150 by 150 and see if we take only the cart and GG. GG! 180, 180. Yeah, it's fine. Infrastructure. Easy. Ah! No. Mistakes were made. 180 was good, but I fucked up. Like this? Yes. Exactly. Okay, I think we have it. I think we have it. So I think we have all the icons. The server is up. Yes. Let's connect and see if we get the icon. Please. I want to see an icon. Ah, is going through it. Icon. Yes. This is our icon. Idla infrastructure, Adla tier 1. Very nice. Okay, let's boost another one. Teleport Willam me. Teleport Willam me. So if I boost Fate, okay. If I boost Fate, I need all of this. I don't have any of that. Come on. I need a Ruby Crystal and Waver Arangma Silk. Ruby Crystal. And Waver Arangma Silk. Okay. We're boosting Fate. Okay, so now we boosted also. So in a second, there should be another icon here. Please. No? Ah, because it does it only if I change sector. Yeah, it does it only if I change okay, that I need to fix. But I'm not gonna fix it now. But yeah, because okay, so let's test one thing, right? So at the moment is 800 meters. At the moment is 800 meters. So if I go 800 meters in the, no, I think it's more than 800 meters. Wait, it's more than 800 meters because we boosted infrastructure. We boosted infrastructure. No. Yeah, the influence is 1.6 kilometers. I think it's too big though. I think it's too big. But anyway, the influence is 1.6 kilometers, right? So I think it's too much. But anyway, we can fix that. So if we go not in this direction because it's out of the map, but if we go this direction, right? If we go this direction, 1 kilometer, and then we go in this direction, another kilometer, well, let's say, yeah, another kilometer, just to be sure. So here we are 2 kilometers away from the city. So in theory, this should disappear. Doesn't disappear. But we should be 2 kilometers away. Yeah, the city is null. The last known city ID. Okay, I think I understand what is happening. The problem is that, okay, let's go back, but let's go, but now is null, right? Let's go back to the guy, and we should have the 2 icons. Because now I'm in the city again, and this thing will trigger, right? Ah, fuck, he's adding it. Yeah, but it's kind of working. It's kind of working. So you see, we have Fate tier 1, and we have infrastructure tier 1. But unfortunately, he's always adding, and so yeah, he's always adding. We have to be sure that we are not adding. And also, there is another problem that he's not refreshing the effects. He's not refreshing the effects when you change a tier and you are inside the city. But okay. It kind of works. It kind of works, guys. So it kind of works. So basically, it will... now, here we need to put the description. Here we need to put the description. We need to put the right icons. But it start to work. Okay, we will finish it tomorrow. Okay, guys, I really need to run. So it will be a very quick bye-bye. An instant bye-bye. And we'll see you tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. European time. So... 9:30 p.m. yeah, European time. So see you then, and bye bye. If you want to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, it's always a good idea. Do it. Bye.